Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of ExtraDirk, the midweek special episodes of the When Dirt cast. As promised in our last episode, we're bringing you the full uncensored glory of the Sturgeinator's secret surprise segment. If you remember from last episode, we were asked with the question, which player has the most appearances for Meta Mercenary? Right, no more, we're diving right back into the answer of that burning question and much, much more. Just a heads up, this segment was recorded on the 28th of April 2024, so last Sunday. So keep that in mind when we listen to some of the statements and the questions what we're talking about. There's been a lot of activity in the marketplace this week. I don't want to give anything away. But buckle up because things are going to get good. It's a really interesting segment this, so massive thanks to Sturgeinator once again. But hey, before we jump in, a quick reminder, if you haven't already, please give us a rating, a review and a follow, wherever you get your podcast from. We really greatly appreciate it. Every little helps. If you're from England, you'll get that reference. Every little helps. And let's just say, Yaks gave me a little talking to. He said, well, if they don't do that, James, their clubs won't be seeing any trophies in season 0.6 if you don't show us some love. So, he might be bluffing, he might not be. Do you want to take that risk? I'm not quite sure. But anyway, enough of the chit-chat. Let's get straight to the good stuff. Here's the rest of the Sturgeinator secret surprise segment.
And in fact, let me just confirm that it is the keeper because I realize now I have links from Yaks, but not links. It is the keeper, Saudi Arabian, Asad Qureshi. And I think one of the interesting things about this gentleman, he's 5'9", and I've been avoiding buying shorter keepers, but this is 3-time diamond winning starting keeper. Height
They
might
say
not make
defense
that much
wins
difference.
championships. That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they say in America anyway.
Okay, so first question, still 0 points distributed. This might be a little bit more up your guys' alley, and this is going to be an over-under, so there will definitely be points distributed here. Jimbo, I think this comes back to you, and this is
Okay.
Dirk-related questions.
Oh,
nice.
bloomin' heck, even worse if I get it wrong.
Jimbo, I'm looking at historic league appearances. How many do you think he has? Just in the Diamond League.
Let's just do a bit
He's
of...
doing quick maths.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, you got to do quick maths here because
Yeah,
To be fair, I have a notepad and pen next to me, so I was trying to write stuff down, but I'm writing down 0 when I got 0 points. 5 seasons. Over or under, yeah, you said, right?
Well, you will pick a number, and I'll give Calvin the
Oh.
over/under.
Oh, okay. So, a little bit of... So it doesn't matter if I say this out loud, does it? Like my
I
workings
know.
out.
To talk through your thinking. I think that'll
Yeah,
add good content.
So we got just say average of, we'll go 9 to be 10. We'll go 10 clubs, five seasons. That's 18 games a season if we do 10 teams, and then times 5. So just do 100, then minus 10, 90. Did he play all of them? Because of fatigue, maybe in the first. Let's go 77.
Calvin, over/under.
Over.
It is actually under 63. League
really?
apps. Yeah. And I should have even said, I might have even said, the record appearance holder for Meta Mercenaries is Asad Qureshi at 74. So
Oh my God, if
going
you
out
did
for
mention that,
77.
that's
I'm pretty sure
stinky.
I mentioned that. But, these details, they
my
slip through the
words.
cracks. So I will actually, for that one, because Calvinator got the over-under wrong, points are going to go to Jimbo.
Get in there.
Now we'll throw the same situation at Calvinator. I'm looking for Dirk all-time league goals.
All-time league goals.
Yeah.
Oh, what a question.
I think he was not scoring so much from what I remember, especially on the league. He's more a cup guy. So I would say 13.
Jimbo,
Sorry,
over
this just-
under.
So this just league.
Just in the league.
Over under 13. Under.
It is under. He's only scored 4 league goals.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that is 2-0
Okay.
to Jimbo in
Oh,
this
yeah, 2-0
starting
to Jimbo.
section. And look, the reality is, if you guys don't know these answers, no one in the MFL community will. You guys are the Dirk experts.
Just a
Yes.
quick one.
Next Dirk question being posed at Jimbo here. all-time league assists.
All-time league assists.
Talk me through your thinking. Talk
You
me
got
through your thinking.
what did I say? He got this season 8 or 9?
I think you mentioned this season he scored 1 goal, 9 assists.
Yeah, so that's why I went immediately under. I said if Calvin said anything 50, if it says anything above 13, I was going under straight away. So let's just on the assumption 9. 9 seems a bit. I don't know. 9 times 5, 45. Let's go. But then I've got to play tactical, haven't I? I've got to give Calver a real big decision to make with his over-under. This is what I've got to do as well.
Yes.
So I've got to... I could just, Let's go. 31. Nope.
5 seasons.
30.
Just league play.
30.
Cal, over or under?
I think under.
It is, in fact, under. He only has 10 league assists.
Fine.
Are you taking the piss?
2-1.
So we're at a 2-1.
Wait, so you're telling... Oh, my word.
So
you're
Dirk's league stats are actually quite alarming. He's played 63 league games. He has 4 league goals and 10 assists. So 14 and 63, he's trending at almost 22, 23%.
Can we also appreciate as well? Oh no, hang on. This is a whole season where he got 9 assists this year. Oh, that's why I didn't even break it down. 9 assists this season. The cup.
I think Calvin said it. He's a cup player.
Do you know what's really annoying?
Yeah.
I've got my next screen here. We've got the document for like our agenda and stuff, and I've got a tab that just says Dirk at the top, and obviously I've got no keyboard, so I can't even do anything. I just know that if I just clicked on that tab, I could have a little look.
Well, I don't even know if it helps you because, like you mentioned, you talked about how many goals, assists he got this season. It's misleading, Cup games put
That's
you
why I
off.
said 7.7. I think it's too high for what he performed at.
Well, and I think this is a great segue into the final Dirk question. Am I on Cal or Jimbo for this one? I've completely lost track.
I should say it, and Jimbo under.
Okay, bad host on my part, but Cal, you mentioned Dirk had an average rating this season of 7.7, but what was his average rating in the Diamond League?
Oh,
just league play.
Average in the Diamond League.
Yeah, and I would love to do this historically, but of course we only have average ratings here
for the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so maybe talk through your thought process here.
Well, as I said, he's a cup fighter, and he performed better in cup, but we know that the league was pretty good also. So a little bit less than. So I would say 7.5.
Jimbo, over or under?
Do we get double if I say bang on? No. Oh.
That could actually be a good steal metric. If you say bang on, you steal the points.
I think we continue this trend of he's underperforming in the leagues, and I think naturally I want to say under, so I'm going to go under. Just go my gut under.
Okay, the answer is under. He has a 7.3 match rating, so really not a league guy, but his tough opponents that he's facing week in, week out. I should also add he's played 11 games in the league. So if you think about Diamond having 8 teams, 14 games in total. Is that the right math? Should know.
There were 14 games. Yeah, there were 14 games.
Yes, 14 games. Yeah.
He's played most of the league games this season. So has not delivered despite the team delivering. So our current scores are 3-1 to Jimbo. There is 2 more questions. So Calvin
I hope to
does have a chance. And you know what I will do? I will make this question 3 points if you get it right. But they are incredibly specific. So there is no over-under on this one. You have to land this, Calvin, if you want to stay in the game.
Okay.
Who has your all-time league appearances at your club?
Ooh, at all my clubs.
At all your clubs. There is one player that is clear and away.
In all my clubs.
In all your clubs.
You have to think which guy I already had early on. At all my clubs. Well, it should be goalie then also, right? I think they're playing more. I think it should be a goalie then. Or is it not a goalie? No, I'm really confused.
Yeah, you are at a disadvantage here for having so many clubs over Jimbo, but
Yeah.
you know, it's going to be someone who's been consistent for you, who's been there since day one, tried and tested.
Ooh.
I can give you a hint
Okay.
if Jimbo will allow it.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah,
Okay.
as long as he gets it wrong.
This person has played for the same club for all 5 years, and he's operating in the Iron Division.
Okay. So it will all either be from Air Calder Navigators, Calva Juniors, or Corsair Cove, which was previously Casablanca Corsairs. And he's in the Iron League at the same team.
It's also about, like, do you know your guys, you know? Like,
Yeah,
I know a lot of these people are numbers to me.
I have one guy on my mind, but he's a striker, and I would more say goalies are more playing more often. But
I'll even tell you.
okay, I'm just gonna say the guy who scored in one of the first tournaments for me and has always played at the same team. I say Alberto Dure.
Oh, so Masaki Sakashida is your guy. 80 league appearances, your 73 rated
the
goalkeeper.
Go from Air Calder Navigators. Yes.
So this means that Jimbo is going to walk away with round 1 wrapped up. But Jimbo, I'll pose the same question to you. I have your stats here. Yours was a lot closer. There's two players who hold the record, and there's another player who's only 1 appearance less. But who is your league appearance holder?
I've got to think how long I had my goalkeeper for. My Senegalese goalkeeper, I think he's like Cebu or Tebu or something like that. There's also my CDM Dematos, but then the ones I'm thinking it could be is a lad called Ryan Vacon or Perez. Oh my word.
So I'll tell you, your top appearance holder has 66 caps for you.
66.
Two of them tied on 66.
I
One
just
of
don't
them
know
at
when my
65.
keeper came in. I don't know if it's season 0.2, it's him. Is this just leagues, by the way?
Just league.
This ain't like the old Wendert qualifiers.
No, just league.
Just leagues then. I think if it's just leagues, it has to be my goalkeeper because I always rotate out of cups. My full 11 goes out every time. So I don't pronounce his name. I'm going to go with my Senegalese goalkeeper called like Tabau, someone along those lines. Or it's Gustavo de Matos. But I'm going to go with the Senegalese goalkeeper.
It's neither of those players.
Oh, my word.
It's Bertrand Rudiman.
Oh, it's Rudiman. God damn it.
And Fabrizio
Perez. Yes.
Yeah, both at 66. And then you mentioned Ryan Vacom. He is at 63. He's your fourth. He's fourth.
Oh, my word.
Wilfred Arango has played 2 more games than him. 1 less than Perez and Rudiman.
Oh, that's a throw off then, because Arango has never played for any of my clubs, so that's a massive throw off. That. Oh, wow.
Is he not?
He's never played for any
loaned
of my
out.
clubs. He's
Interesting.
loaned out every season.
I didn't intend for it to be
If that would have been
way,
the top
but...
one, that would have been Okay,
Yeah.
no, I like that question though.
Okay,
Nice.
So we wrap up season round 1. I'm gonna give that 1-0. Okay, so next section of Sturgeinator secret segment in the When Dirt pod is all about transfers, and I have 5 questions here, but I'm going to use the 5th one as a bonus in case there is something going on, because I don't know if it can be easily whatever. We'll roll with it. Let's start with, actually no, because Calvinator, you're behind. I'm going to start with you, and you'll get an extra question. Or is the over-under a better... I think the over-under is probably a better point getter, huh? So let's start with Jimbo here. Jimbo, how many signings have been made in the history of MFL that are over $1,000 in MFL value? And obviously these have to have been purchased on the marketplace, not on third-party platforms, but reported purchases of over $1,000.
Okay, so how many purchases over $1,000 have there been?
Mm-hmm.
Of players, sorry.
Players.
Of players. Cool. Well, I sold for one of those players 2 actually. So 2 of. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say there has been 15. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Cal, over or under?
Over. I think it must be over.
Yeah, I should have
Okay.
probably gone a bit higher. I think it's gonna be
Jimbo's
over by
gone
quite a
with
bit.
15. Cal says over. There
Yeah,
have been
under. Yeah.
35.
Yes.
So
Sorry,
that
pardon my
1-0.
language. Jesus.
Section 2, Calvinator leads 1-0.
Yes. I'm leading.
So we're happy with the start for the state of the competition. Cal, how many signings have occurred that are over $2,000?
2000. Ooh, I only remember like a couple, but now I have to be tactical. Like, if I
Yeah.
make it too low, then Jimbo will see.
I mean, I'm curious. Do you remember the names of the couple that you can bring? Not that I have them here, although it probably wouldn't be too long to bring that one up. But
It's a
I
bit
was
hard.
playing around with the Airtable this morning to add
maybe
these in.
Spanish. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there were too many. I remember a couple like Dio making this massive splash, maybe. So, okay, I'll make it hard for Jimbo. I'll say 3.
Oh, you sorry again.
But now I'm afraid you're going to say under and 2 or something. But okay, I'll say 3. I'll say 3.
So I think it's at least 2. And this is where I'm in a problem. I think I can't remember it's the other guy. It's one of them is the guy who has the biggest total stats. He's a centre mid or a wide midfielder. One of them's him. It's definitely been 2. There's that left back that was one on the auction, but then purchased. But I think that would have been 1900. I don't think that counts because that was when it was like an off bid, and then it got given back to Cincinnati or Profound Soda. I really want to beat and play the jam card and say that's exactly 3. I don't think it's 4. I'm just gonna go with my gut and just say it's exactly 3. If I'm allowed to say that.
I'll allow it. I think it's good to have these, like, I think he's right questions in here. There have actually been 5 that are above 2,000. So
who gets the point?
Stipo Nincevic, Wasib Ahmed, Freddie Zapata, Lars Tyson, and Damian Maszkiewicz.
Yeah,
that's my Polish.
That's the bloke. Yeah. Okay.
So that puts Calvin at a 2-0 lead in this section. We will roll ahead. Jimbo, next question. How many 25-year-olds or older have been sold for over $100? So how many of our game's grandpas have made a transfer for more than $100?
Just because I was laughing when you said the ages. Was it 25 and over or 25?
It's 25 and over, which in this case is only 26. There is no one older than that.
Yeah. 25, 26. So that narrows down when they could have been purchased on the marketplace, because when they're brought into packs, beginning of the year, end of last year. Over what rating was it? Over $100, you say?
Over $100 in price.
Over $100. I'm going to go with, oh, I don't really know. I hate these ones because they're so wide and open. You give me the wide open ones. Let's go with...
Say a number.
25. I don't know. It's going to go 25.
Cal,
25.
You know the drill.
Okay, this is, I think, a good pick by Jimbo. 25.
I'm going to give you the opportunity. You can match him as well. If you think it's 25.
I don't think exactly.
It's a bit risky
25.
to match, I think, at that.
That's a risky match.
Knowing the market is pretty active, but yeah, over 25. So there's like the last drop. There were not so many 25s. Okay, let's say under.
Under. The answer is under. And it is by a lot. I was pretty blown away when I saw this number.
Nice.
There has only been 3.
Oh, wow.
What? Wow.
Over $100. And one of them was $165, one of them was $500, and the other one was for $1,400.
Can I do
Jose
bonus points?
Ponte.
Oh, I wanted to say Ponte, but no bonus points.
No bonus
Ponte,
points there.
Yeah, we talked about it.
So that will give Calvin a 3-0 lead in section 2.
Nice.
I need to clean sweep the rest of this, basically.
Cal, how many under 18s legendaries have been sold since January 1st of this
Under
year.
18 legendary.
So that's 18, 17, 16-year-olds. How many of them have moved in this window or in this calendar year?
I think quite a lot. It's been a pretty active market for legendaries and especially young ones. Although legendary transfers see maybe 2-3 a week. Which week are we? Like 4 months, 16. I'll also say 25. What Jimbo did? 25. I think that's a nice.
Jimbo, over or under?
16, 17, 18.
16, 17, 18. How
Legendary
many of them?
since January. We had 2 this week. Or 2 in the last 24 hours. Joe B's picked up young players. So I'm going to at least count another 4 or 5 for him. 16. Can't remember more than 2. Don't remember many 16-year-olds going. 18 of quite a few. 17 quite a few. I'm going to go less than 25.
The answer is 7. So Jimbo claws one.
It gave you a lot of margin there.
Yeah. It's how I felt when I said 15 and it was like 35 and you had
Yeah.
19. I felt like a right idiot saying that after.
I think it's because
Hindsight,
in the past week there were like already 3 of those, I think, or 2 of those. So
Yeah.
loads of them have happened in the past week. So I think that might be.
It has been hot in the under 18 category in the recent history. The final question of this transfer section is gonna go to Jimbo with how much money is the most money that any individual person has spent on a rare transfer? Who is the most expensive rare transfer?
Who
Or
was
not
in
who? How much
player or the-
money? No,
Okay,
give me a
okay.
dollar
Oh.
value.
Give you $1 value.
Oh yeah, baby.
I think this was within the last 8 weeks. I think it was no, I can't say anything there because I can't reveal my tactics to Calver. I'm going to go with $899.
Okay, tactics. Cal, over or under?
I'll say under because I think we talked about it and it was like 600 or something.
Oh,
So I
you
think
could be
under.
right. Don't do this to me, Calver.
The answer is 630. It
Damn.
was surprisingly a 75 rated 18-year-old from Jamie to Eclipse. I feel like there's some money laundering going on there. His stats aren't overly impressive,
Was
but
it part of the deal?
630. I don't know. I
Could've
just
part of the
looked at the air table,
Or
but I
maybe
will
part
say
of
the
some
second
trades,
the second rated player second biggest transfer who has been a rare is a 84 rated 18-year-old who went for 600. So
Yeah,
from
that's the one I would
Expecto
talk
to
about.
Scotto.
Scotto was doing his rounds. He did that this week as well, didn't he?
So that is a point to Cal, which means Cal wins the transfer section in a blowout performance of 4-1, which means in a
Nice.
total score, we go into this final round level apiece. So
Can we get the title of the round?
this round, the final round, is called This
Norwich
or
City.
That. The way that this is going to work is I'm going to give you both. It's going to be same format in the terms of I asked Jimbo, I asked Calvinator, 2 possible answers. I will give you the A, I will give you the B. You pick. If you're wrong, you don't get points. There is no steal in this round. There are a total of 8 questions, or 9 actually, a little cheeky bonus. And if we're still level after that 9th question, I do have a bonus question that will definitely determine the winner of this game. Jimbo, we're going to start with you here.
Yeah.
This or that. Who owns more legendary players? Me, Sturgeinator, or Ronan?
Oh,
Both of us are serial hoarders.
Ronan.
I actually own 2 more legendaries than Ronan. So no point on you there. Calvinator, who owns more rares? Meta Sports, which is Eric Barbaric, or First Gen, who is EM Brandon?
Ooh. I won't say. I hope you had Big Wilbert in there. I think he's like the number 1 or something.
I wanted to try to stay away from the top of the list, 'cause
Yeah.
and I also tried to stick with the guests on your pod. I don't know if all of these guys have made it, but I know that There's a
Good
few
comeback.
appearance
Yeah.
holders.
So Eric Barbaric and Brandon.
And
I'll
all
say-
of these are within 1 or 2. Like or
I'll
this one, the
say-
difference is 3. So
I think-
50-50.
I think Eric Barbaric. I think.
You are correct. He has 56, and
Yes.
Brandon has 53. So that is 1-0 to Cal. Jimbo,
Yes,
who
sir.
owns more uncommons,
Oh.
Dio or Ronin? We go straight up to the Titans of MFL.
I think uncommons.
Yeah.
I think it's Dio.
Dio has 89 uncommons. Ronin has 94.
Oh, fuck, man.
Pretty
Sorry,
close.
This is my 50-50 luck is awful, basically.
Yeah. Well, it'll even out if the MFL RNG is anything to go off of. But okay,
Calvin's
Cal.
a bit fatigued.
who owns more commons, Make Think or Shadow?
Oh my word! What a question.
Well, Make Think keeps buying like nuts or Shadow. I must say Make Think.
The difference
it's
between
Shadow.
them is 2.
I think it's Shadow.
Shadow has 279. Make Think has 281.
Wow.
2-0 to Cal.
Nice.
That's
nice,
crazy.
nice,
You know
nice.
how many he's bought then, really.
I think in the last week he must have overtaken.
Okay. Jimbo. This is a big question. The difference here is 1. But who has more club trophies? Apollo or Big Will?
Club
So Apollo
trophies.
Sports Group is
Duff.
Duff.
Yeah.
So Duff or Big Will?
Club trophies.
And these are 2 heavyweight titans.
I probably
in the
said this
game.
exact line in the podcast 2 weeks ago because I remember commenting on this. I think I remember saying that Big Will has quite a lot of player trophies. So who has more club ones? You've got Duff who has more clubs, so that would naturally lead me down the path of Duff. So but then Big Will did win an Iron League. No, he hasn't won it yet. Or he might have done. Ooh. Just go Duff. I'm going to go Apollo. I'm going to go Duff.
So Duff has 14 to his trophy cabinet. Big Will is
Like
sitting at
21.
15.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 15,
No points.
Oh, my
Wait.
This or that is not treating Jimbo well today.
Oh, my word.
Calvinator. This is where it gets interesting. Who has more club trophies? And I have done this intentionally. Jimbo or Scrub?
More club trophy.
Do you want to phone a friend?
I think Jimbo. Well, I think you have like Stone League. Wensom has like 2 leagues. Maybe a cheeky cup in there. Scrub to me seems like a guy with more clubs. And so, but does he win? That's the question. I know Jimbo wants some. So it's club trophies, right? Only club.
Yep.
I'll say Jimbo then.
So Jimbo, I think. Do you know how many club trophies you
I'm
have?
writing this down. I think it's 4 or 5. I think it's 4.
You're at 4.
Yeah, I'm at 4.
Scrub, who was one of the early whales in our platform.
I don't think he's got many.
He only has 3. Calvinator
Not a point.
on the 3-0
I think I
lead.
deserve a point for that because
Is that over
knows me
already?
so
Can
well.
I run to the corner flag? And,
Yeah. Shirts off.
I mean,
is-
it's
is
like
like
Jimbo.
next goal wins, mate. Next goal wins. That's what it is.
No.
Jimbo, who has more club trophies? Calvinator or Vogan Flo? Vogan was a guest on the pod, wasn't he?
Yes.
He
yes.
was. The problem, people have so many clubs. Just don't know. Fogon. Fogon's got quite a few clubs. Is he a stacker? It's 50-50 as me, as it always is. So I'm going to back my friend here. I think I'm
Calvinator
making the wrong
back.
decision, but I'm going to back my friend.
And I would
Cal-
I
say
think it's
less.
Calvin, but I think it's Vogon, but I'm backing Calvin here because he's my
Oh,
co.
so nice.
Cal, do you know how many trophies you have?
I'm
I
saying
think
Calvinator.
it's only 2 or something. I think
Oh,
you do
don't say
have
that,
two.
fella.
yeah.
You do have 2.
Unless Vogon's got less than 2, and then I'm in the
Vogon
money.
has 8 clubs at the moment, but only 1 trophy.
Get in there.
So Jimbo gets
Point.
on the board in this
Yeah.
or that.
No clean sheet points for you in FPL, mate. No clean sheet points.
3-1.
So there is still an opportunity for Jimbo to come back in this section. We've got additional questions here, but There are, so this one is going to go back to Calvinator to kick us off. There are 2 correct answers here. And it's going to be focused around my league. Which Plat club has the most league titles in the first, to date? Season 0.5 is not finished yet. There are 2 clubs that have the same number of trophies.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name one of them?
So it's not this and that anymore? Oh, we finished that.
No, this and that. We're moving into like
Okay.
part B of this and that, I guess.
Okay, so which Plat team has most?
Titles.
I think what we just talked about.
League titles, I should say.
League titles.
Not cups. We're keeping it purely domestic here.
So then I would say Naples Goldfeathers as your rival there.
That is a correct answer. In fact, I slipped that answer earlier in the pod unintentionally. Yes. Jimbo, can you name the second club?
No. I was going to go with the Novas, but I think because I had one of my players on loan at his club, but I only followed it for a season.
I would tell you, you know this. You know the answer to this. But
doesn't help me here.
You've got to throw the dart. Figure out where it lands.
I remember who's in the... I've just got... Platinum's like... It's platinum, gold, and silver. And bronze. I have little knowledge in because I've got no clubs in them. So I don't... And I follow diamond, I follow iron, I follow stone. I'm the peasant of the followings. I'm the people's man of the following.
I'm going to give you a timer here.
Do you know what? It's because I'm trying to even think of names. This is how bad I am.
I'm almost confident you've spoken about this on the pod in the past.
Wait, so which one did you say, Calva? Sorry, just so I don't repeat the same one.
The most was Naples Goldfeathers.
And that's Herters, isn't it? Is that Herters?
Yeah, that's Herters.
Oh no, Ronan's not got a club in plat, has he? Oh, piss. Has he got one in gold? He has one of quite a few. I don't know. I'm just going to go with the North London Novas because I don't think it's... I don't know. It's the only thing I can think of my head.
That's incorrect, but Cal, do you know the second club? Or would you like me to share it? This won't be a points winner for 2 points, but I will give you the one for guessing correctly gold feathers.
Gold feathers. Second one. Dios... Manchester.
It's actually Dio's Amsterdam.
Oh, it's
I've confused Dutch boys. Yeah.
Amsterdam. Wow. Yes. Okay.
So they have two league titles to their name. Now we're gonna do a back-to-back, and it's gonna be. So there are 4 answers to this question, and I will give you both 2 guesses each. And we'll see how many points you pick up. I will give you a point per guess. But there are 4 gold clubs that have 2 titles. A lot of these gold clubs do operate in Titan IMFF, so you have probably seen them in later stages as you've been doing IMFF review. Jimbo, I'm going to start with you. Do you know any of the 4 gold clubs?
One of Ronan's meta ones. I don't know if it's called meta.
I'm going to give it to you. It's
the yellow one. Yep. It's this yellow club.
Keto Mercenaries have got 2 titles in gold.
Yeah, I knew that one has. That was what I was thinking was in play.
Over to you. 1 point for Jimbo. Back in it.
So I need to say another one out of those 4. This is pretty...
It's challenging. Gold's not a small league either. You do have an advantage here operating in gold. Yeah. You've probably seen a few of these teams.
I think almost like your team is pretty good. So maybe I would say, although it's pretty recent, like you got it, I think. BFC team. Okay, I'm a bit of a blackout here. Okay, I'm gonna honor you, Galactico Gunners.
I appreciate the honor, but we have not won the league. I've only owned the team for
that's what I thought.
Full season. I'm in my second season, and it looks like we're registering another 3rd or 4th place finish, but no points for you there. Jimbo, your final guess on gold teams that operate in the highest IMFF, but we are talking league titles here.
League titles. See, Cav, said the Ballers guys. I don't know if they've got one in plaques. I should know because I'm part of this DAO with 1 token. They've got the BFC, the Manchester and the Kuenka by Yolka and Jamie, I think, managed those two. It could be Dane. I apologise if it is. No, Dane is the blue one. I think it's one of those two. It's either the Manchester or the Suenka one. Bollocks. I mean, cow poop. Testes. Let's go with the... I don't know if it's gold, though. This is my problem. Let's go with that BFC... Is it Kuenka? The yellow outlined
Cuenca?
one? Yeah, Cuenca.
They are not on the list. No, they have not won two. Cal, do you want to pull one out if you can?
Then I'll say the Dio I said in Plat before. So it's Dio Manchester.
Dio Manchester is not on the list. So
Oy.
there are two clubs here that you haven't mentioned that are owned by one player, and that's Big Wilbert. He has Atletico or Ciudad Luchadores. I think it's Atletico
is it
Luchadores. His Tango is Diamond. But the
he's
other
not-
one
okay.
is Hamburg Harmony, have won 2 gold league titles. And then
I was thinking of someone else's.
one of my friends, Twitch, with Porto MFC, has 2 gold titles to his name.
Oh, wow.
Big
fair
Will
play.
and Ronan are also friends of mine. I'd like to throw out there in case they're listening. I'm like, yo, what the hell, dude?
Everyone's friendly around this place.
Yeah, we're all friends, but I know Twitch from IRL. But that puts us at 4-2 going into what I'll call the bonus round. Now, there are 5 points up for grabs here.
Wow.
It's going to go Jimbo Cal, Jimbo Cal, Jimbo Cal. Actually, Jimbo, you're going to get an extra guess here because you are behind by 2 points. But there are 5 agents in this game, owners, MFL players in this game that own over 500 players. Can you name one of them?
But just name one of them.
One person who has over 500 players. I will go back and forth until
Big
we've
Wilbert.
exhausted the list. Big Wilbert is top of the list with 746. Jimbo scrapes one back. Calvinator, over to you.
Fortress Agency.
708 on the list. Point for Cal. Jimbo,
Gonna go with Duff or Apollo.
Duff and Apollo are on the list.
Wait.
4-5.
Yeah, 4, 5. Yeah.
Cal, over to you. 2 answers left.
And then I'll say
2.
Stagana.
Stakana is correct. And
Oh
I think
my
that
word.
puts it just out of reach. Jimbo, for holding your head high, who is the last player with over 500 players?
So hang on, who have we've said? Big
We've
Will,
done the
Duff.
Fortress Agency, Strakana, and Duff. And this player is just behind Big Will. It's about
Naturally,
20
I
off.
want to say Dio.
It is Ronan, actually.
Is it Ronan?
And then I will say, because of Make Think's activity, he is 6th on the total player list. He was at
Really?
469 as of about
That's
2.5
nuts.
hours ago. He's definitely jumped up. Probably not past the 500 mark yet,
That's
but
bad.
I would expect him to pass it pretty quickly as he just purchased another player about 10 minutes ago. So
Oh my word.
he's moving. He's moving.
He keeps being busy though.
But that wraps up Sturgeinator's secret segment. Calvinator with the 2-1 win. We'll chat
comeback.
offline about getting you
Awesome.
the Guillermo Madrid, the striker. And
Congrats,
hopefully
Calva.
bump
Really
up.
cool. And thanks for organizing. It's really fun. Didn't
problem.
expect this. It's really
Yeah,
tests our knowledge here.
I enjoyed it too. I
Awesome.
was like sitting down this morning. I was like, I need more questions, and just like scrolling through air tables and leaderboards. I enjoyed it a
Yeah.
lot as well.
Yeah,
so.
really cool. Really. So
Sweet.
all MFL in my brain is not for nothing. So that's good. For the
Yeah.
MFL live event, we should do like a pub quiz with this, like all MFL
Yeah.
MFL pub
big
quiz.
old
That
pub quiz.
would be great.
Just
People
hard
scrolling
not
through our
to
plat teams.
hard not to have someone searching answers in the background, you know. So
Yeah, I'll go
I
grab
feel
my
like
keyboard.
doing
back,
it live face to face is good. But
Exactly.
yeah,